Ja, hallo zusammen und seid gegrüßt zu einer weiteren Folge von Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trades from Zero. Wir sind in der letzten Folge Zeuge eines nächtlichen Überfalls auf das HIER-Hauptquartier geworden und vermuten, dass dahinter Revache steckt. Heute sind alle in heller Aufruhr. Die Bracer haben sich versammelt, um sich dem Thema zu widmen. Wir haben, als wir hier angekommen sind, die First Division angetroffen in Form von Dudley und Emma, die dann abgezogen sind, nachdem Kao hieß der, glaube ich, ne? Jetzt mit uns sprechen wollten, und wir befinden uns im Grunde genommen am Anfang unserer Investigation mit 3 Themen, die wir hier ansprechen können, und ich hoffe, das ist kein Entweder-Oder, sondern dass wir nach und nach alles hier einzeln durchgehen können. Ich würde trotz alledem, für den Fall, dass dem nicht so ist, was ich nicht glaube, HIERs Identity bevorzugen, weil mich das tatsächlich am meisten interessiert und ich auf Nummer sicher gehen möchte. Deswegen nehme ich das. This isn't directly related to the case in question, but I figured I ask while I'm here. Do you really not know anything about Kia? But Lloyd, that's... Kia, you said? Is that meant to be a person's name? It sounds more like a code word to me. Pardon me, I see this is a serious matter. All I know is that Kia is the name of that little girl you took into custody after the Schwarze Auktion. Well, that and the fact that our dear collaborator offered you a small piece of advice while you were there. The exhibits for the second half of the auction are all stored in the room over there. According to information that was sent to HIER, there's a bomb, so to speak, among those items. I recommend you confirm it for yourselves. Hä, wessen Aussagen waren das gerade? A large leather trunk will be exhibited at the end of the auction. Inside the trunk is a bomb, which will only serve to jeopardize Revache's position. This information was sent to us through a very complicated route. We were unable to determine the identity of the informant, however, in some ways that only made it more credible. We wanted to be certain, however, so we asked our friend to check on it. Even in my wildest dreams, I never expected this purported, komisches Wort, bomb to end up being a small girl. Damn, looks like he's gonna feign ignorance till the very end. Let's assume you're telling the truth. Do you have an inkling as to who that informant might have been? Logically speaking, information this sensitive and incriminating would point to the actions of a Revache defector. The only thing I can say for certain is that whoever was behind it, they are an incredibly skilled individual. At any rate, this is as far as our knowledge regarding Kia goes. Though I suppose it's up to you whether you believe me or not. Understood, thanks for answering us honestly. Guck mal, ich könnte es theoretisch nochmal auswählen. Ich will nur gucken. It's unfortunate, but we have no information regarding Kia's origins. If perchance our network uncovers any details about her, I'll be sure to promptly notify you. I hope that will serve as an apology for any misunderstandings we may have caused. Interesting. Okay, aber hier wiederholt er sich. Glaube ich. Ja, have caused, genau. So, dann machen wir mal oben weiter. The assailant's true identity. Is it safe to assume Revache is behind last night's raid? Or is there any chance the attack was carried out by a third party? So you're going to ask about that too. Very well. Das ist ja naheliegend, oder? Dass wir das wissen wollen. Lau, please explain for them. Sir? The assailants may have been masked to conceal their identities, but there's no doubt it was Revache's men. Not only were their weapons identical, but so was their combat style. That's something that can't be mimicked so easily. I see, that makes sense. In that case, something's still rubbing me the wrong way. I hear you guys are all pretty damn good martial artists. Heck, I bet your man Lau here could hand out beatings left and right. You flatter me. I'm sure Revache doesn't have a shortage of combat pros, but none of them could match up with you guys one-on-one. So then, how'd you get trashed so hard by a handful of their thugs? Was the killing bear leading the charge or something? No, I don't believe the esteemed general manager of Sades was present. Neither were his hand-picked ex-Jäger friends. We believe Revache's regular combat personnel to be behind the attack. If that's the case, then how, though their techniques were simple, their speed and power were beyond comprehension. They were able to brandish those heavy machine guns single-handedly. Our defenses were easily crushed by their unnatural strength. They overtook the first 2 floors with ease. No fooling? It wasn't only limited to their power and speed either. They had inhuman endurance as well. And thanks to that, I had to put into practice a few dangerous techniques. Dangerous techniques? Like what? I wasn't aware you were trained in combat yourself, Kao. I am nothing but an amateur compared to Master Yin. The assailant's true identity. Was ich nicht verstehe, ist, also mich interessiert nach wie vor am meisten das Motiv. Was wollten die bezwecken? Mich wundert, dass das hier nicht zur Auswahl steht. The assailants' identities may have been concealed by their masks, but they were most certainly members of Revache. Their tactics were simple, but their power and speed were beyond belief. Their endurance was most impressive too. I admit I'm quite curious what possible methods they could have used to attain such strengths. Nicht Strengths, oder? Impressive too, such strength, genau. So, future interactions. I'm not going to beat around the bush, KO. How do you plan to respond to their raid? So that's what you want to know, is it? If you know what manner of organization HIER is, then there shouldn't be any need to ask such a question. So you're planning to retaliate then? My, how presumptuous to think we would ever do such a thing. You misunderstand. I'm speaking only in terms of crisis management. At the end of the day, what matters most to our company is profit. And in situations where our profits are threatened, it is my sworn duty to crush our antagonizers through the appropriate methods. I fail to see what's so strange about that. What an annoyingly shrewd man. Ich finde das gar nicht so abwegig, was sagt, ehrlich gesagt. Is requesting assistance from HIER's main office one of these appropriate methods? Also, ich würde das auch nicht so auf mir sitzen lassen. Reinforcements from HIER's main office, huh? You really aren't beating around the bush, are you? Well, to answer your question, I have no such plans at the moment. After all, my reputation is on the line here. However, there is no guarantee the main office will respect my wishes. They may intervene regardless. I suppose I should be able to keep them out of things for a little while at the very least. Either way, we are sorely lacking in information about Revache's current improvements. As such, we don't have an effective countermeasure. For now, I've assigned someone to keep a close eye on their movements. That someone being an extremely reliable collaborator of ours. You requested Yin's assistance? I guess he would be the best option for an undercover mission like this. Neues Thema. Ah nee, no further questions. Das ist definitiv kein neues Thema. It's entirely possible the main office will decide to intervene. However, we plan to deal with the situation ourselves for as long as we can. For now, I've assigned someone to keep a close eye on their movements. That someone being an extremely reliable collaborator of ours. Ja, das wird wohl auf jeden hinauslaufen. Na, dann gucken wir mal, wie das hier ausgeht, beziehungsweise was jetzt unsere nächste Aufgabe sein wird. Now then, does this conclude your questioning? Yes, for the moment. I appreciate your cooperation. Do you mind if I give the department an outline of what we discussed? Do as you like, my friend. By the way, Detective Bennings. Yes? I'll be honest with you, this raid was far beyond what I thought Revache was capable of. I was under the impression that I was fully cognizant of their forces, connections and strategies. Further, given the scrutiny they currently find themselves under, I never expected them to pull off such a brazen move. They have truly surpassed all my expectations. I'm almost a little impressed. Schon ein bisschen krank, die so über den Klee zu loben, oder? Ich meine, der hätte sterben können. Da hat vielleicht nicht viel gefehlt, keine Ahnung. I must say I am unbelievably excited for what's to come. I cannot recall an instance in the last few years where a situation didn't play out exactly as I had expected. This is a rare opportunity for me to wield the full force of my power and intellect to my heart's desire. The mere thought gives me an indescribable joy. Ich sag dazu mal nichts, außer dass er ganz schön einen an der Waffel hat. Hey, watch yourself. You're truly unbelievable. Ich finde, das ist noch zu positiv formuliert. Do not think for one second that I will allow the police to ruin my fun. Although I'm willing to grant a unique opportunity to your department. If you can somehow resolve the situation before HIER begins its retaliation, then we have no need to do so. I'll be eagerly awaiting your next move. Fühlt man sich gar nicht beobachtet oder so. Also irgendwas stimmt mit dem Kao nicht. Ich wette, der ist am Ende noch bösartiger als ganz Revache zusammen. Also, ich weiß nicht. Soll er doch gleich ein Welcome-Schild nach draußen hängen, was sich direkt an Revache richtet. Things have really gotten serious. Yes, they gave us plenty of useful information to work with, but I can't believe Kao would so blatantly imply a full-scale war with Revache. If things keep heating up like this, then we're gonna have a real mess on our hands. We're screwed if they decide to have a firefight in the middle of town. Additionally, we have to consider the possibility that HIER may call for reinforcements. There are more than a few dark clouds already gathering on the horizon. Even so, it sounds like we still have a bit of time, judging by what Kao said. There are a lot of suspicious details about this raid Revache pulled off, so we'll need to find out as much as we can about it before HIER mobilizes. I agree. Shall we visit each of the districts and question the citizens? No. I think it would be better to go straight to the source. Let's pay Revache a visit. Finde ich gut. Also jetzt hier an Day 2 ist Lloyd auf jeden Fall ganz schön straight in seinen Ansagen und Entscheidungen. You're kidding, right? We may have gone there once before, but still. That was before the incident at the auction. Wouldn't it be too reckless to go there now? Ich wette, dann kommen wir auch an die Kiste ran, die bisher nicht erreichbar war, da in der Umgebung. It's true. They may have struck a deal with us, but it only relates to Kia's case. However, there's something I'm concerned about. What might that be? Garcia's movements. We've had enough encounters with him to know what kind of person he is. He never seemed the type to be reckless, and I got the feeling he had a strong command over his subordinates. We are absolutely right. He was a well-known Jäger commander, way too disciplined to pull any crazy stunts. In fact, it's pretty hard to imagine him ordering his men to launch an assault on HIER like that. Did Garcia actually order the raid, or did his subordinates act on their own? Oder es gibt einen anderen Befehlshaber. Ich meine, Revache ist ja eine große Organisation, wer weiß. That's definitely something we need to find out. Right. And the fastest way to do that is to start asking questions around Revache's base. Do you guys want to head there now? I suppose that's our best option. It should be relatively low risk if we're simply asking around the area. Let's go have ourselves a little stakeout. Okay, klingt erstmal nach einem Plan. Komme ich da theoretisch nochmal rein? HIER's goons have been coming in and out of the place all day. Well, I guess they would call themselves employees, wouldn't they? They left for now, but it's only a matter of time before they're back again. Sorry you're dealing with this, Franz, but we're counting on you to watch the place. It is highly unlikely that they would try to attack you, so you should be fine. Well, you're probably right, but still, I can hardly let my guard down in this situation. Dudley and Emma were staring daggers at me earlier. I'm tired of guarding this place. Those HIER guys give me the creeps. Wer kann ihm diese Perspektive verübeln? Ah ne, wir kommen nicht mehr rein. Assign us a fix to the locked door. Are you trading? Blah, if you have business with us, please knock. Convincing them to let us in again might be a little tricky. Indeed, Kao has likely begun to plan out HIER's next move already. At least we were able to speak with him in the first place. So, ich würde gerne einmal kurz gucken, wie unsere Mission heißt. Diese Ruins Investigation, die konnte ich nicht reporten. Die ist ja schon abgeschlossen, aber an unserem Terminal im SSS-Quarter, da ging das nicht. Was ist das hier? Seem to display unusual level of luck and intuition in his trading. As if he could see the future. Das wird wahrscheinlich erst zum Kapitelende abgeschlossen werden. Hier vermischen sich gerade so mehrere Themen. Ich werde, auch wenn das vielleicht ein bisschen übertrieben erscheint, jetzt trotzdem immer mal wieder versuchen, hier irgendwas zu reporten. So ein bisschen in der Hoffnung, dass wir vielleicht doch irgendwann nochmal was abschließen können, was uns dann vielleicht die notwendige DP-Zahl einbringt. Aber ich glaube, der Zug ist abgefahren. Aber ich werde es bis zur letzten Minute immer wieder probieren. So, unser Ziel ist jetzt aber eigentlich in die Back-Alley aufzubrechen. Deswegen werde ich genau das mal tun. Mal gucken, was die Leute hier so zu erzählen haben. Hey, so the back-alley feels a little scary today, more than usual even. I snuck a peek into that alleyway over there and a bunch of those guys in black suits all glared at me. I wonder what the heck is going on. Maybe I should work inside today. Aber ist das nicht immer so? No, at this rate I'm gonna fall behind all my rivals again. This is awful. I'm gonna come up with something. Hier wird schon was einfallen. Ich gucke jetzt noch mal kurz, ob die E-Mail da irgendwas Neues sagt. Nach den jüngsten Ereignissen. E-Mail is operating some sort of terminal under the counter. Oh goodness, HIER's office raided? This is quite a serious offense. I haven't been on this on the edge of my seat. Das hat sie aber vorhin auch schon gesagt. That was information from Yona? Das kennen wir doch schon, oder? Oh, who can say? After living in Crosswell for as long as I have, you start to notice incidents like this happen from time to time. Oh, how thrilling. Now, how exactly will Kao respond to such an embarrassing slight? Das ist aber neu. Isn't that a... Nee. Hä? Revache right down the street, ain't that cause for even... I am concerned... Nee, hey, das ist alles das Gleiche. Mich überrascht das nur, weil wenn das einmal so animiert wird... Also mich wundert, dass jetzt nicht gleich der zweite Text kommt. She's running her mouth off like we aren't standing right in front of her. Das kennen wir aber alle schon. Okay, ich bin verwirrt. Hat uns, glaube ich, jetzt nicht so weitergebracht, nochmal mit ihr zu sprechen. What the heck's it so quiet today? Barely anybody's passed through. I'm gonna start crying if I don't get any customers soon. Why the heck's it so quiet? Naja, so ist das. So ist das im Geschäftsleben. Mal läuft's besser, mal läuft's schlechter. Und heute ist scheinbar ein schlechter Tag für euch. Ihr werdet drüber hinwegkommen, wenn ihr wüsstet, was sich da eventuell gerade zusammenbraut. Stupid old man, stop trying to feel me up. Von wem sprichst du, Sandra? Ich weiß es nicht. Hi. Right on HIER's office? Seriously? That came completely out of left field. I just hope this doesn't explode into an all-out war. Ja, genau das wollen wir verhindern. I'm sure it will depend on HIER's next move. I'm nervous about what's to come. Vertrau uns einfach. Es wird nicht einfach, aber vertrau uns einfach. Das sollte nicht allzu schwer sein. Gut, dann würde ich mal sagen, wagen wir uns in die Höhle des Löwen. Hier ist aber wirklich ganz schön was los. Normalerweise stehen hier immer zwei Persönchen. Heute ist ein bisschen voller. Prost. Just like I thought, there are more guards posted here than usual. They're looking way more pissed than I was expecting to. Ich hab's voll falsch betont. Impatient, excited, vigilant, anxious. I am detecting a wide range of emotions from them. There's no mistaking it. They must be on high alert for any retaliation from HIER. This isn't going to be easy. For now, ascertaining Garcia's movements should be what? Confident voice. Okay, wer könnte das sein? Ich tippe auf Grace. An Ren habe ich zuerst gedacht. Nee, was? Ach du grüne Neune, mit dem habe ich jetzt nicht gerechnet. Garcia Rosie. Damn, how'd that monster manage to sneak up on us? It's you guys. You have the audacity to show your faces around here after all the shit you've put us through. I won't make any excuses. Our deal with you only concerns Kia and Kia alone. Then we're understood. If you use our deal as an excuse to come waltzing into our territory, I'm going to beat the ever-loving hell out of you. Boah, nee, ey. Wenn ich an den Garcia-Kampf zurückdenke, da wird mir schlecht. Ich finde, der war sehr, sehr anspruchsvoll und der halt immer noch nach. Yeesh, this guy's one dangerous old man. I know why you lot are snooping around here. However, you won't be getting a single word out of me on that matter. If you understand, then get lost. Damn. Ich bin überrascht, dass der auch hier alleine einfach so rumläuft ohne Gleitschutz. Also ich meine, der Typ wird sich schon zu verteidigen wissen, aber es ist so ein ungewohnter Anblick. Please, just tell me one thing. If, hypothetically, you were to attack an armed enemy stronghold, would you attack head-on from the front, leaving everything to brute strength? Warum sollte er ihm darauf eine Antwort geben? An honest Jäger like myself would never stoop to such a poor strategy. I'd wait until there was an opening and make a precise strike. Maximum results, minimum damage. Wouldn't you do the same, son of the war god? Don't you ever call me that again. But yeah, that's how Jägers operate. Is that so? Thank you, I appreciate the answer. You're a strange kid. But anyway, you'd better not come in here unprepared, you hear me? I promise you'll be torn to shreds. Das glaube ich dir aufs Wort. Okay, something sure seemed off with him. He looked tense but unusually haggard. I was thinking the same thing. His words were very aggressive, but I felt like they didn't have the same force behind them. I could sense a great deal of fatigue. What do you suppose could have happened to him? Damn, he's in such a sorry state. It ain't like the guy at all. Hehe, I bet you guys would love to know why that is, huh? Ich tippe immer noch auf Grace oder Ren. Ah, siehste? Da ist ja mein first guess. Grace? You just love popping up at the most random times, don't you? Die ist eigentlich voll hübsch, ne? Man sieht die halt immer nicht so oft aus nächster Nähe, aber ich mag irgendwie ihren Artstyle. What can I say? My reporter's intuition guides me to the juiciest of scoops. Anyway, what do you say we do the old give and take? I'll be anxiously awaiting your arrival at the jazz bar. Aha, ja, guter Ort, um sich auszutauschen, würde ich sagen. Vor allen Dingen sind wir da relativ anonym unter uns. What should we do, Lloyd? For now, let's just hear what she has to say. But we should keep our guard up. We need to be careful not to let anything slip around her. Duly noted. Duly? Duly? Wie spricht man das aus? Ich weiß nicht. Duly wäre ja mit 2 L eigentlich. Deswegen war das, glaube ich, falsch. Das hier kennen wir schon. Warte mal, irgendwas wollte ich jetzt nach diesem Gespräch gerade machen. Ja, ich wollte einmal noch mal ganz kurz, bevor wir jetzt da hingehen, nochmal bei Julium vorbeischauen. weil wir jetzt einige U-Materials noch mitgenommen haben und ich kann es mir partout nicht merken, wann wir welche Upgrades gemacht haben. Die habe ich... Achso, nee, warte, den Ogre Crusher habe ich und das hier habe ich. Okay, also jetzt könnte ich theoretisch für alle die Verbesserungen noch rausholen. Mit jeweils 10. Ich bin am Überlegen, das zu tun, weil wir werden so schnell wahrscheinlich keine neuen Waffen eingekauft kriegen, ne? Ich würde das einmal ganz gerne nochmal abchecken, indem wir hier einmal in den Laden gehen. Aber ich glaube, während ein Kapitel läuft, werden die nicht aufstocken mit ihrer Ware, oder? Sondern immer nur zum jeweiligen Kapitelwechsel. Oder kann ich hier noch irgendwas Besseres an Waffen holen? Das sieht eher nicht so aus. Okay, wisst ihr was? Entschuldigung. Auch wenn ich damit meine U-Materials jetzt komplett auf 0 runterbreche. Ich glaube, ich nehme die beiden Verstärkungen noch mit. Und ich weiß nicht, wie viele Tage dieses Kapitel jetzt andauert, aber es wird hier sicherlich noch den einen oder anderen Dungeon oder den einen oder anderen Kampf geben. Und ich hoffe, dass mir das dann helfen wird. Hä? Ach so. Hey, weil ich Beatrice und Stargazer nicht habe? Was ist denn aus diesen Waffen geworden? Beziehungsweise, wo kriege ich die her? Ach so, ich musste die ablegen. Okay, warte mal, das habe ich ja schon wieder ganz vergessen. Dann machen wir das doch mal. Aber wisst ihr was, dann kann ich ja auch gleich mal gucken, was wir hier für Werte haben. Also bei ihr ist Stärke 112 und Range 4. Ja gut, und die Accuracy, aber 112 und 4 plus 5%. Ich versuchte mir das irgendwie mal beizubehalten. Dann würde ich jetzt nämlich einmal das herstellen und einmal das hier. Tschüss, U-Material. War schön mit euch. Ich hoffe trotzdem, dass das eine gute und richtige Investition war. So. Und ich habe jetzt 135. Die Range ist zurückgegangen. Dafür hat die Genauigkeit immens dazu gewonnen. Das ist ein fairer Deal. Das finde ich sehr, sehr gut eigentlich. Bei ihr habe ich mir jetzt die Zahlen vorher nicht angeguckt, aber guck mal, Causes KO plus 10%. Der Black Staff Set with a Quartz that casts Deathblow Arts. Ich glaube, das habe ich mir irgendwann schon mal durchgelesen, oder? Masterfully modified it to increase firepower and precision. Da steht's auch. Okay, cool. Also ich bereue gerade gar nichts. Ich weiß nicht, wie es in den nächsten Folgen aussehen wird, aber aktuell glaube ich, dass es das Richtige war, das zu tun. Ich werde auch, wenn es nervt, jetzt immer mal wieder hier gucken. Ich irgendwie immer noch hoffe, dass hier irgendwas aufploppt, was wahrscheinlich nie kommen wird, aber na gut. Ey, ich weiß nicht warum, aber ich habe von Anfang an, seit ich diese Revache-Leute da gesehen habe in der Back Alley, mit diesem Gebäude immer Team Rocket-Assoziation und denke immer an die alten Pokémon-Teile zurück, wo man diese Team Rocket-Gebäude immer überfallen hat. Ich krieg dieses Bild nicht aus meinem Kopf, wahrscheinlich, weil die alle Sonnenbrillen tragen und so. Und so in schwarzen Suits halt gekleidet sind. Garcia was definitely acting a little strange. For now, we should listen to what Grace has to say. Okay, stimmt, mit ihr waren wir ja eigentlich verabredet. Ich war gedanklich jetzt schon auf den Sturm vorbereitet in Richtung Revache. So. Das ist aber auch eine gemütliche Ecke hier. Oh, well now, there you are. Alright, let me cut to the chase. Is there anything you're willing to share about the HIER raid? I'm sure Kao showered you with all sorts of delightful details over at his office. Quick as ever. But how do you even know we visited HIER? Well, I found out about the incident this morning and was heading over to ask Kao some questions when I saw Dudley barge in. I was heading over to Grill? Was sollte das ursprünglich bedeuten? Was meint sie mit Grill? Das verstehe ich nicht so ganz. As I was sitting there on the sidelines trying to feel the situation out, who should show up but you guys? Shortly afterward, I see Dudley leave with his typical scowl, and then a bit later, you all come out looking as worried as I've ever seen you. After seeing all that, how do you expect me to not think you learned something huge? I see, I guess that makes sense. Still, Grace, I think you know better than anyone that we can't casually disclose information about an open investigation. Well, of course I know that, silly. That's why I called this little chat a give and take. After all, aren't you dying for some details on Garcia Rosie? Do you mean... You're a real pro at dangling the bait right under our noses, aren't you? As a nice little cherry on top, I might have some juicy info about that so-called auction too. Way I hear it, Revache messed up so bad there the speaker isn't really interested in speaking with them anymore. I'm sure you're just dying to know how these two things are related, right? Right? Okay, I'll bite. However, everything about KO is strictly off the record, got it? I can't stress that enough, Grace. Ich will jetzt Ihre Infos haben, bitte. I see. So the situation is more dire than I thought. Yeah, unfortunately it is. At the very least, both groups seem to be trying not to involve the public for now. Well, no matter which way you cut it, this raid really just came out of nowhere. Ich weiß nicht, woher Lloyd die Gewissheit nimmt, dass beide die Öffentlichkeit erstmal verschont lassen wollen. Das habe ich bisher aus keinem Gespräch so direkt rausgehört. Ist das jetzt sein Optimismus oder habe ich irgendwas überlesen? It might have happened in the dead of night, but I still can't believe they target somewhere right next to the news building. Not to mention, it was right down the street from the IBC. Pretty ballsy move, even for Revache. Yes, that's true. If things had gotten even worse, it could have made people lose trust in Crossbell as Zemuria's trade capital, shaking the whole continent's economy. Right, that's what I'm saying. If this is true, it could mean that info I got was legit after all. What information would that be? Are you willing to share it now? Okay, guess it's my turn now. You see, this whole fiasco originated from inside the mafia. Lately, I've been hearing rumors that Garcia Rosie's control over his goons has been, well, lacking. Is that even possible? Die Frage ist, was war der Auslöser? Yeah, I'm having a hard time buying it myself. I can't imagine any of those rank-and-file mobsters defying that walking mountain. Well, you can choose to believe it or not. I'm just saying it might be possible that the incident in the downtown district and the grab for mines mining rights weren't on Garcia's orders. From the look of it, it was some goons on the lower rungs looking to make a name for themselves. If that's what those rookies were after, that would explain why they were so willing to step out of line to get it. Wait just a second. Are you saying that the raid last night was carried out by low-level members of the Mafia? Well, given the scale of the attack, it's hard to think that, but if it's true, it would definitely help explain why Garcia was acting the way he was earlier. Maybe. Come to think of it, he didn't have his usual entourage with him. Das erklärt tatsächlich alles. Das ist auch direkt das, was mich so an diesem Gesamtbild irgendwie gestört hat, in Anführungsstrichen, im Sinne von, das war super auffällig, das konnte man so nicht übersehen. Das hat nicht zum typischen Gesamtbild gepasst. So does that mean he's lost his grip over Revache? There's an internal split. But what is the Don doing during? Ey, was ist das denn für eine Wortabfolge? What is the Don doing during all of this? According to what I've been able to gather, Marconi is desperately trying to make up for his giant blunder at the auction. Naturally, he's buttering up Speaker Hartman, who was less than pleased at Michelin. He's even trying to lure more influential figures of Crossbell into his fold. Influential figures? Who exactly? Diet members from the Republican faction. I've heard he's met with the CGF commander too. Really? Is he trying to suppress HIER's political influence in Crossbell? And I wonder if meeting with the CGF commander has anything to do with Revache's weapon smuggling. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Gotta remember that Morin of a commander is also one of Speaker Hartman's cronies. I bet Revache is trying to win back the Speaker's favor through him. Yep, my thoughts exactly. Man, whenever I have these nice little chats with you guys, things just seem to fall into place. This turned out to be quite a fruitful little info swap. To be honest, it's been helpful for us as well, but now that we've sifted through all of the details, I feel like there's something we're missing. Für mich ist die spannendste Frage immer noch, warum sich die Leute Garcias Führung entzogen haben. Es muss doch irgendeine Ursache gegeben haben, dass er an Integrität oder Glaubwürdigkeit oder was auch immer verloren hat oder auch vielleicht an Einfluss. Something we're missing? Oh, and what would that be? Looking over what we know, there seem to be logical reasons behind each of their actions, but the actions themselves are almost random, as though they're not all coming from the same organization. I always got the feeling that Revache's operations had a certain level of professionalism to them, the kind you'd expect from organized crime, but I don't sense that at all this time around. Oh, I see what you mean. Now that you mention it, I'm inclined to agree. Vielleicht war der Garcia ja der da so ein bisschen Struktur und Fahrtrichtung mitgegeben hat. Am Ende steht und fällt vielleicht auch alles mit dem Tonangeber, ne? Revache's structure has typically existed as an efficient system designed to take advantage of the large amount of MEHR flowing through Crossbell. For them to suddenly deviate so greatly from that system is highly irregular. So in other words, there's some element to this case that threw Revache's entire system out of whack. Is that what you're saying? Right, it's just a gut feeling though. Chaos description made it sound like these raiders who attacked HIER possessed unnatural amounts of strength too. It's possible that could have something to do with Garcia's strange attitude. Wow, I should have expected this from you, Lloyd. You're one smart cookie, you know that? Hey, if this police thing doesn't work out for you, how about joining me at the Crossbell Times? We can aim for the Pulitzer Prize together. Ich glaube, an Jobangeboten wird es Lloyd nie mangeln, egal wie seine Zukunft aussehen mag. I'll have to pass. And I'd appreciate if you didn't make me worry about my employment any more than I already do. Oh, that's einen wunden Punkt getroffen. Remind me again, what's the Pulitzer Prize thing she's talking about? It's a prestigious international award given to the most outstanding journalist of the year. Telephone. Excuse me for 1 second. Yes, this is Lloyd Bennings of the Special Support Section. Old man's voice. I managed to get through. It's me, Bixen, over from Mainz. Oh, Bixen ruft an. Oh, the mayor? How can I help you? Is there some kind of problem with Gans? Der wird bestimmt irgendwas mit dem zu tun haben, was sich gerade zwischen HIER und Revache ereignet. Oder das sind wirklich zwei separate Handlungsstränge, aber ich wette, da gibt es einen kausalen Zusammenhang. Well, you see, I'm in Crossbell City at the moment, the casino where Gans goes. He started acting strangely, so I decided to call you. Strangely? What exactly do you mean? He's been engaged in a poker match with another customer for quite some time. Things are getting very heated. It may only be a matter of time before violence breaks out. Oops. Could you come over quickly and help sort this out? Understood, sir. Barca Casino, right? We're close by, so we'll be there shortly. Okay, I'm counting on you. Boah, ey, so viele Baustellen gerade parallel. That was the mayor of Mainz. It sounded like he's at the casino. Yeah, apparently. Gens might be getting into some trouble there. Seriously? Have these victories gained him some ill will from his opponents? Between Gens' ego and his crazy luck, I could definitely see that happening. Well, we'd better hurry on over and assess the situation. Kommst du mit? Alright, off to Barca we go. What? Did I say something wrong? Well, Grace, it's just that... there's no point in telling her not to come. Let's just go to the casino. Ist sie jetzt Gast bei uns? Nee, sie ist ja auf jeden Fall nicht als Gast gelistet. Aber das muss ja nichts heißen. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt. Also ich glaube, dass wir jetzt vielleicht eine Brücke geschlagen kriegen zu unserem anderen Thema. Auch wenn das in unserem Notebook als 2 verschiedene Auftragsstränge gelistet ist quasi. I had a little rumor from someone over at Arkansas. Da fehlt doch ein R, I heard, oder? Apparently one of their members has been acting like a complete weirdo lately. Wonder what's up with them. Oh, maybe they've got an upset stomach. Überall merkwürdige Leute mit merkwürdigen Verhaltensweisen. Was ist da los? I would say the one time you don't want to eat ice cream is on an upset stomach. Trust me. Das stimmt. Also, eigentlich hat sie voll recht. Das ist der einzige Grund, warum ich tatsächlich keinen Bock auf Eis hätte. Wirklich der einzige. Trying to get inside? Nice guys, you can do it. Heck, with ties to Ilia Platière, you can do anything. Fly, my friends, to the promised land. Hä? What's got you so enthusiastic today? Shall we hurry to the casino? Something about the mayor's story has me worried. Ich wollte nur gucken, nach dem, was sie hier gerade erzählt hat, ob wir da diesen auffälligen Menschen antreffen. Aber dann gehen wir mal dorthin, wie es uns aufgetragen wurde. Ist das der Gans? Nee, das ist der Bixen. Ups, wie konnte ich die denn verwechseln? Oh, you came. Praise be to Idios. Hurry, I think a fight is about to break out. Oh, where's Gans right now? Yes. Oh, die geheime Hintertür. Oh mein Gott, wir bekommen gleich neues Areal zu Gesicht. He's in the middle of a private match in the back room. We don't have time to waste. Gans could blow at any second. Huh? But I thought Gans was the one provoking his opponent. Das wird sich wahrscheinlich einfach gut hochgeschaukelt haben. Kennen wir den, der da sitzt? Ach, das da unten ist Gans. Ich habe gerade gar nicht gesehen, dass da oben Lecter sitzt. Ich habe Gans Rückenansicht gar nicht mehr in Erinnerung gehabt. Aber irgendwie taucht Lecter in letzter Zeit auch in jedem Kapitel so hauptstorymäßig auf, ne? Eat this, Punk. Oha. 9, 10, Jack, Queen and King. A straight flush of diamonds, baby. Try to beat this hand, you can't. Yeah, are you kidding me? Wasn't expecting you to pull out a hand that strong on our last round. Also ich kann mir irgendwie nicht vorstellen, dass die beiden aufeinander losgehen und körperlich werden. Yeah, this is my true talent. Was, körperlich werden? You tied one too many games using those tricky hands of yours, but that's coming to an end. You've lost now, so show me your hand already. Ja, gechillt wie immer der Lecter. Huh? What are you talking about? I never said anything about losing. Are you kidding me? The only way you'd be able to beat me is with a royal flush. There's no way you could have. And that's where you're wrong, pal. Oops. What? A 5 of a kind and with aces no less? I can't believe what I've seen today. Achso, das sagt der Drake. Sorry, ich dachte, das wäre der Gans. It depends on the game, whether a royal flush or a 5 of a kind is the highest possible hand. But either way, it's clear this hand of mine takes that straight flush of yours and flushes it straight down the drain. You! Tja, Gans, damit ist deine Glückssträhne wohl beendet, ne? Don't screw with me, you damn cheat! Drake, you're his accomplice, aren't you? Well, screw you too. I assure you I am nothing of the sort, I swear upon Ideal's name. And during my careful observation of the match, I saw nothing that suggests Mr. Arundel was cheating. Kenneth, how the hell am I supposed to buy that crab? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've got luck and intuition on my side. I'm supposed to be unstoppable. Okay, der Größenwahn hat Einzug in seinen Kopf erhalten. There's no way I can lose to this jackass. Eigentlich ist es gar nicht lustig, aber ich feiere das immer noch, wie gechillt Lecter da einfach sitzt. Den Typen bringt echt nichts aus der Ruhe, oder? Sir, please calm yourself. He's right. You're gonna relax, man. Poker's just a game of luck after all. All this means, pal, is that your luck has run out. Wow. Der arme Drake, ey. I refuse to believe this crap. Gambling should be a piece of cake after using that stuff. After using that stuff? Was meinst du? Okay, also der hat sich irgendwas Externes zugeführt, eingekauft, eingenommen, keine Ahnung. Was scheinbar sein Glück verursacht hat. Der hat sich gerade so ein bisschen verraten, auch wenn wir die Details noch nicht kennen. Ganz? Oh no. There's no way in hell I could lose. Mann, Mann, Mann. Let go of me, damn it. Ausgerechnet jetzt brüllen die hier so rum. Ich nehme gerade mitten in der Nacht auf, das nur mal so am Rande. You have to calm down, Gans. What's with this insane strength? Gans, stop this madness. Well, if it isn't my favorite pals, how's it hanging? I don't really think this is the time, Lecter. How can one man be so suspicious? I am almost impressed. Ey, vor allen Dingen, der hängt wirklich immer auch mit komischen Leuten rum. Ich glaube, das letzte Mal haben wir den mit Mr. Croix im Auto vorm IVC-Gebäude sitzen, sehen und hören, oder? Well, this guy is quite a character. An acquaintance of yours? Ich finde übrigens, dass Grace und Lecter echt gut zusammenpassen würden, so von ihrer Mentalität, weil die beide irgendwie so crazy sind auf ihre Art und Weise. Sorta not like we know squat about him, though. Whoa, hold the phone. A 5 of a kind versus a straight flush? What the hell even happened here? It was a real nail-biter, Randy. I was on the verge of losing the shirt off my bag. I can barely keep up with this. At least we were able to neutralize the threat before anyone was hurt. Ich habe auch gerade so ein bisschen den Gedanken gehabt, dass Drake vielleicht Lecter eingeladen hat, gegen Gans anzutreten, um ihn so ein bisschen zu stoppen in seiner Erfolgssträhne. Also ich würde gar nicht ausschließen, dass Lecter und Drake vielleicht irgendwas ausgetüftelt haben, um Gans in die Schranken zu weisen. Ich meine, für den Laden wäre das halt hilfreich, ne, ihn so ein bisschen auszubremsen. Let me go, damn it, let me go. I can't lose. Du hast aber gerade gelost. Das ist die Realität. After further protests and shouting, Gans became overwhelmingly exhausted and passed out. Due to his condition, the special support section decided to carry him to his hotel room. Vielleicht stand er auch unter dem Einfluss von irgendwelchen Drogen oder so. Der hatte so ein bisschen was angedeutet gerade. Oh goddess, how could such a thing have happened? He may not be the hardest worker, but he was always a kind man. There's not a soul in Mainz who dislikes him. Boah, kaum vorstellbar, wenn man gerade gesehen hat, wie der sich aufgeführt hat. Mayor Bixen, I don't know what to say. For a nice guy, he sure was pretty violent for a sec there. Hell, I wasn't expecting it would take both me and Lloyd to hold him down. Yeah, I couldn't believe how ridiculously strong he was. Theo weiß doch schon wieder alles. Listen guys, this is just the old reporter's intuition talking, but you think the guy could have been on some kind of drug, you know, the real serious kind? Pardon me? Drugs? You serious? Judging by the silence, I think Lloyd and Theo seem to agree with me. Agree is a strong word. I don't want to say anything without proof, aber das kann man doch testen, oder? But it's not outside the realm of possibility. Ey, die haben in der letzten Folge immer schon was von Realm of Possibility gesagt. Die Formulierung scheint hier gerade häufiger vorzukommen. That's preposterous, Gans. On drugs, I refuse to believe this. Warum? Er konnte sich das ja jetzt zuletzt leisten. He's just an ordinary down-to-earth miner. There's no way he'd ever use such. Sorry, sir, but hasn't it been almost half a month since he arrived in Crossbear City? Keep in mind that he earned quite a bit of MEHR during his stay too. Can you say for certain that he couldn't have taken advantage of that wealth? I won't stand for this slander. Ja, aber Bixen, jetzt mal ehrlich, du hast doch mitbekommen, dass er auch nicht er selbst ist, auch wie er sich gerade im Casino verhalten hat. Das ist doch eine Erklärung, mit der man leben kann, oder nicht? Ist doch besser, das auf Drogen zu schieben, als wenn wir uns jetzt eingestehen müssten, dass er sich so von der Persönlichkeit komplett verändert hat. You mentioned that you're a Crossbear Times journalist, correct? Know that if you write some liberal piece based on pure speculation, I will lead minds and its people in protest. In protest, so rum. Wow, cool your heels. I wasn't planning on writing an article on this anyway. Dass der da so empfindlich reagiert, als wäre das irgendwie sein Sohn oder so. Would you do us a favor, Mayor Bixen? I'd like to go through Gans' personal belongings, if that's alright with you. Das ist eine gute Idee. You too? I don't intend to imply anything, sir, but there are too many coincidences piling up here. His sudden violence, that inhuman strength, the complete change in personality. All of these aspects are eerily similar to past cases. And in Gans' case, we also saw an absurd development in his gambling skills. Might be because he took some stimulants to boost his perception or something. That would explain that freakish intuition of his. If his perception was cranked up to inhuman levels, he'd have no trouble reading people. It is entirely possible. I can only speculate that if I were to gamble, I would have an unfair advantage over others as well. Theo. Sorry, Theo Todd. You know I didn't mean it like that. I am aware, do not worry. Mayor Bixen, I understand you wish to keep Mr. Gans' reputation intact. However, please envision the scenario where he is, in fact, consuming drugs. Na, vor allen Dingen, wenn es ihm wirklich darum geht, seinen Ruf nicht zu beschädigen, da muss das ja auch in seinem Interesse sein, diese negativen Verhaltensweisen auch irgendwie zu stoppen. Also, der Mayor verhält sich hier gerade sehr komisch. If the situation were to remain unhandled, it could pose a threat to himself and others. That may be, but... I could think of a bunch of possible side effects that might crop up. Same here, and that's exactly what we need to be scared of. Very well, I fear I may not have thought things through well enough. Immerhin gesteht er sich das ein. Go ahead, Lloyd. Thank you, sir. Ich bin gespannt, was wir jetzt finden. Lloyd carefully examined Gans' pockets, making sure not to wake him up in the process. Und? This is what I was afraid of. Oh. Okay, irgendwelche Pillen. Na, Glückwunsch. Pills? Goddess, no. So he really had some after all. Pretty shade of blue, but what the heck is it? Na, Theo? Weißt du wieder was? We can't rule out the possibility that it's harmless medicine yet. Maybe he has some kind of chronic disease we don't know about. Did he ever mention anything like that, sir? Not that I'm aware, no. I cannot say for sure, though. Interesting. Would you mind if we hung on to these pills for now? Please do. But listen, I beg you, do not spread this around for Gans' sake. Of course, sir, we make sure to take his reputation into consideration. Also, could we leave him with you? Yes, I'll take care of him. Vielleicht hat er ihm die Pillen verabreicht. Vielleicht will er deshalb nicht, dass wir damit irgendwie hausieren gehen oder so. Aber nee, ich glaube, das wäre jetzt zu krass, oder? I'll try to speak with him once he wakes up. Thanks, we appreciate it. Ansonsten hätte er uns wahrscheinlich auch ein bisschen eher noch versucht zu stoppen und uns davon abzuhalten, mit den Pillen jetzt weiterzuziehen. So now we have suspicions of an illegal drug circulating throughout Crossbell. Definitely didn't see that one coming. Really? I would have thought the mafia was big into the drug trade. The contrary, actually. Illegal drugs hardly ever show up in Crossbell. Drugs are messy business, you know. One misstep and they spread to neighboring countries like the plague. I've heard the First Division monitors them closely thanks to pressure from Erebonia and Calvert, so I guess Revache is smart enough to read the room on that one. Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, they made sure to cover that back in the police academy. Still something about these pills. I've never seen pills like this before. The color certainly is pretty, but... Yeah, they're pretty, sure, but they're also suspicious as hell. Ja, gerade weil sie pretty sind, das ist schon sehr auffällig. Mann, ey, wenn Tio immer nicht spricht, aber eigentlich mehr weiß, als sie zugibt, ey, das ist so ein bisschen stressig. Tio, do you recognize them? Ja, hab ich selber heute Morgen genommen. No, I am sorry. I think it was just my imagination. More importantly, what do you plan to do with the pills, Lloyd? Ich würde sagen, irgendwie zum Apotheker oder so, oder zu irgendjemandem, der Ahnung von Chemie hat? Good question. I'm thinking this case is too much for us to handle alone. For now, let's go talk with the chief. Yes, he may know what to do. While we're at it, we should give our report on the HIER raid. Ja, vielleicht kriegen wir DP. We got mafias going to war with each other and maybe some illegal drugs now too. I get the feeling that things are about to get pretty busy around here. You can bet on it. You know, it's only been about 4 months since we first met, but you guys have grown a lot since then. Really brings a tear to my eye. Grace? Where's all this coming from? Flattery won't get you any more information from us. Tio schon wieder voll in Obachthaltung. No, I'm serious. I've got some pretty high hopes for you guys now. Almost as high as the ones I had for your brother, Lloyd. Speaking of guy, I never got a straight answer out of you. Grace, did you know my brother? Oh yeah, back when I was still a newbie at the CNS, he helped me out more times than I can count. Sometimes I think that even though he's not with us anymore and his case has gone cold, at least there was a team built at the CPD to carry on his will. What? What do you mean, Grace? Oopsie, Sergey might get angry at me if I say too much. Anyway, I've got an event to cover, so I'm going to have to head out. Oh, and I won't write any articles about the drug stuff, as tempting as it is. Bye-bye, everyone. Das ist bestimmt voll die gewichtige Information, die sie uns da gerade angedeutet hat. Where does she get out dangling info like that in front of us and then just walking away? Sie hätte darüber gar nicht sprechen dürfen, hat sie ja auch gesagt. Another addition to the pile of things we have to think about. So it seems. Are you concerned about what she told us, Lloyd? Oh, well... Even if it does have to do with Guy, I don't really have time to think about it right now. The HIER raid, Revache's current situation, and now these blue pills. We have a lot on our plate. For now, let's put aside what Grace told us and ask the chief how we should proceed. Understood. Hopefully he has some ideas for us. Alrighty then, let's head on home. Ey, das ist so lustig. Jetzt beende ich den Part genau an der Stelle, wo ich den für die heutige Aufnahmesession begonnen habe. Gut, ihr Lieben, dann werden wir beim nächsten Mal mit Sergey sprechen. Und ich muss auf jeden Fall gucken, weil das vorhin so angedeutet wurde, ob ich was reporten kann. Und sobald wir auch nur irgendwie neue Pünktchen kriegen, sollte ich nochmal bei Imelda vorbeischauen. Aber Hauptaufgabe ist jetzt erstmal mit Sergey zu sprechen und zu gucken, was er uns vielleicht über die blauen Pillen erzählen kann. Das machen wir aber nicht mehr heute. Ihr Lieben, ich bedanke mich fürs Einschalten und würde mich sehr freuen, wenn ihr auch beim nächsten Mal wieder mit dabei seid. Macht's gut und bis dahin, wenn ihr mögt. Ciao!